early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you shouldn't even bother coming. So I've always kind of had that mentality embedded in my head. Like, I try to always be to work at least 15 to 30 minutes earlier than my shift. And normally what I do with that is I put my headphones in and I either listen to TD Jake's podcast or some type of music to get my day going. On Mondays is normally a Meek Mill Monday because his energy is just so magnetic that it helps pump me up for that Monday slump. So that's pretty much my morning routine. And what other questions did I have? What is the one ritual that you have in order to kick off your day? Coffee. My day does not officially start until I have at least a cup of coffee. And people are like, oh, coffee's so bad. I don't know where I started to like coffee, and it could be because like I'm an asthmatic and people say like black coffee helps asthma, but I doubt that. I just love the taste of coffee, and I love Starbucks, but I don't go every day. But I do have coffee every single day, and I actually use at work when I'm at work. It's called Vita Cup. A Vita Cup Genius Blend. It kind of helps with energy, as well as it has MCT oil in it, so it's infused with MCT oil and vitamin B, B12, a bunch of different vitamins. It helps boost your energy, and it also suppresses your appetite so you can be focused on work and not your growling stomach. What else? Are you a procrastinator? No. Yes. No. So I think procrastination comes in two forms. One is a person just doesn't know how to start, so they kind of like stagnant in that kind of procrastination. And the second is you don't want to do it. Like, I honestly believe that most of the procrastination start or is trumped from not wanting to actually do the task at hand. Now, unfortunately, if you're at a job and you're employed and your employer says or your manager states you have to get it done, you have to suck it up and get it done. However, in life, as far as personal things and people asking your favors, learn how to say no. When you learn how to say no to certain things, you know that the procrastination will stop because you're only really doing things that you want to do. And if you really want to do something, then you're going to get it done. But if that want isn't there, you're kind of like, it's due Tuesday. I'll do it Monday. Monday gets here. Oh, I'll do it Monday night. Monday night gets here. Oh, I can get it done Tuesday, Monday before they need it. So that kind of mentality. So if it's something that you truly, truly want to do or truly enjoy doing, you will get it done. However, if it's a minor kind of doubt or not just wanting to do it, you most likely will procrastinate. Or if you do not know how to start it, or you may be like confused of the process, one, ask for help. But that could also cause procrastination because you have no idea of what you are doing. So those are my two reasons behind procrastinators. Either you have no idea of what you're doing or you truly don't want to do it to begin with. But again, what I say is not gospel. So if you disagree, you're more than welcome to express your opinion and I will take it into consideration. So let's get down to being organized. I believe that every person should have some type of organization or structure within their life. It doesn't have to be down to the hour or the minute, but you have to have more than I wake up, I go to work, I go to sleep, and then you let things kind of just drop in as they may. Mainly because it puts you in a lot of places that you don't want to be. And sometimes you double book. Like, I used to be really bad at just saying yes. Like, people are like, oh, can you come here? Yes. Can you do this? Yes. And that day of coming out, I had like 3 or 4 things to do, not realizing that I may have overbooked myself or I may have overextended my services. So that's the first thing. I have a planner that I keep in my purse, and I kind of like write down the dates as well as my calendar on my phone, but I don't really look at my phone as often as I know I always normally have my purse with me. So I have a calendar in my purse that I use, just to like, make notes and days of things that needs to be done. I set alerts on my phone, on my calendar for bills. So like if my bill for my cell phone is due on the 21st, normally I get an alert on the 18th letting me know that my cell phone bill is coming up. What else do I use? I use a weekly planner that for work that I use is basically, it tells me the things that each day, what things I need to do. Like if I have like to coach, or if I have to listen to calls, or I have a meeting, that type of situation. So I do really utilize that quite often. But within that, I just feel like when you give things a time, you're more inclined to get it done. Like, for example, I used to be really good at going to the gym when I scheduled going to the gym. Like, I like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I got off work at 4:30. I was at the gym by 5. 6:30 was my cutoff time. But I had it scheduled. It was in my plans. It was in my planner. It was in my phone. Everybody knew that on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I was going to the gym. When I deviated from that schedule and I stopped putting it on paper and putting it in my actual day, I stopped doing it. So for me, I think that if you put it somewhere, if you put it on paper, even if you have to go old school and just write your schedule out, like, oh, I wake up at 6. From 6 to 6:45, I'm preparing from work. 8 to 4 is when I go to work. So you have time from 6:45 to 8, depending upon how long your commute is. What are you doing in that period of time? If you have a business, you could be doing social media updates to just, make sure that your social media and things are updated. You could be checking your analytics. You could be meditating. That's a good time to maybe take a walk, do some exercise. But that box of time should have something in it. And then let's say you work from 8 to 4, and then you have the rest of your day. I don't put things in my day like lunch, dinner, breakfast, like meals. I don't do that, mainly because mine fluctuate. I do have a cutoff. I always say 8 o'clock is when I stop eating. So if I have not eaten dinner by 8 o'clock, then that's a loss on me. I normally try to get it in, and I am really good at it. But that's the cutoff for dinner is 8 o'clock. So that's what I'm saying. Just put it down. Create something. And yeah, it's not going to be perfect. And some days are not going to be as scheduled. However, when you get into the habit of scheduling things, you're more inclined to get those things done. Like if you have a paper due and you say, okay, my paper is due in 2 weeks, so every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I'm going to research my paper. I'm going to work on my paper. In your mind, now you know that regardless of what anyone says or what you have to do outside of it, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., I'm going to work on this paper. The same, and you have to keep that because it helps you. But it gives you more razor sharp focus and purpose. Because a lot of people say, I'm busy. I'm so busy. And you have nothing to show for it. However, if you scheduled your paper, one time your paper, if you scheduled the research and working on your paper, by the time your paper is due, you have a magnificent piece of writing. If you schedule your gym sessions in a couple of weeks, you're going to see results in your body. Like, that's what I'm saying. It garners results. However, you have to stick with it. It's not easy. It's like anything else. It's going to take some tweaking and getting used to. In my schedule, I put chaos time. Like, time where, like, days where I really don't have nothing that I think that I could be doing. I call it chaos time because that's time where I can just pretty much do anything. So if you got that one friend that's like spur of the moment, it's like, oh, can we go out to eat? And I look, okay, I got chaos time for like 8 to 9. So if that's good, then we can go. If not, we move on to the next day. But I try to do that, and I schedule downtime. Like, normally, the only things that I really do on a Sunday is Coach's Corner. I may, like, look at some statistics or analytics, but I don't really do a lot of work on Sundays. I go to church, either online. I try to be in a physical building, but that's a topic for another time. But that's what I do. Sundays are normally my down days where I decompress and I prepare myself for the upcoming week. Normally on Sunday nights is where I kind of plan my day. I am a day-by-day person only because I do so much at times that changes happen. So I can't plan a whole week. The only thing that I can make for certain a whole week is like social media updates, my work schedule that doesn't change, things like that. But outside things and trying to figure out what needs to be done, when and where, I'm not really good at planning it out for the whole week. So that I do it day by day. Every night I look at my schedule and say, okay, this is what needs to be done. These are the ideas that I have. So with these ideas that I have, you break those down into tasks. All right, let's see what I can get this task done. That's why it took me so long to really get my website up. And doing the website is kind of what triggered, me getting back on this organized, more structured path, was because it wasn't written anywhere. It wasn't written for me to at least take an hour out of my day to look at my website, So with that not being anywhere or anywhere for me to see, anywhere tangible, it constantly slipped my mind. And then I was kind of like, oh, somebody's going to help me with it. But because of, scheduling conflicts and not really scheduling anything concrete, that kind of fell by the wayside. So that kind of triggered this rant about being more structured, more organized. So, I lost my train of thought that quick. That's all that I really have about structure and procrastination. If you don't want to do it outside of your work and if it's a part of your job, just say no. Because if not, you're going to procrastinate. And if you don't know how to do it, then research how to do it. Ask for help. Just get it done. My grandmother always said people do what they want to do. So the only time you procrastinate is if it's something that's conflicting with the want. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really wanted to do it, you will do it. You will find a way to get it done. But when you start to procrastinate because you don't really want to do it, or you're trying to figure out how, but it's a conflict between the want and getting it done. So that's just my 2 cents. Now, because today is, what is today? The 25th. That means that our next Coach's Corner will be on September the 8th. And by that time, the site should be really up and running and more fully functional. I'm also welcoming ideas of, topics that we can discuss as we go forward. Because, again, like I said, the website will have a discussion board. It's a lot. It's a lot coming, and I do appreciate you guys for all of your continuous love and support. Remember to always have a purpose. Live your purpose. Walk your purpose. Be at peace with your purpose. Don't let anyone take you out of your character. Understand that everything that you're doing, following your dreams, living your best life is just that. It's for you. You're not in competition with anyone. The only person that you should ever compete with is the person that you were yesterday. Other than that, guys, it's been a blessing. If you're not following me, make sure that you are. Instagram is The Coach Destiny. Twitter is Coach Destiny. And Facebook is The Coach Destiny. As well as we are live with the site at www.thecoachdestiny.com. Until September the 8th, it's been my pleasure. You guys have a great, blessed week.